All right.
Yeah, student, in between the session, you can unmute your mic and ask the question, and you can respond to the question of to the sir, Neeraj sir.
Yeah. All right. So let me start with this. Uh, I mean, as you know, guys, AI is going to be the new electricity, and I mean, our generation is quite lucky that we are the part of this transformation happening across so many industries today. And with this, if you see what are the applications of AI in different sectors, you see AI is everywhere. In the last, if you observe the graph of last 100 years or say 200 years, you will see some of the major innovations. Some of them like innovation of electricity, innovation of bulb. Most of them are like they are like time changing innovations. They completely impacted life of the all the human beings. So if you see the use cases of AI in healthcare, I mean they are pretty much use cases are coming due to COVID and all those stuffs out there. And yeah, medical field is taking AI. I mean towards a different direction. But if you see use case of AI or use of AI in healthcare में in the healthcare it's quite quite serious or there AI needs to perform very well accurate because it is at the end of day it is the question of your life, correct? So you see in the drug discovery AI has been used. I don't know how many of you are aware of that. Before some days, deep learning AI company founded one drug with the help of some deep learning algorithms, and they are saying this is the one of the most fastest drug discovery has been possible due to only AI. Some of the use cases you can see medical imaging, disease detection, mining, EHRs, prevention healthcare with wearables. You see that smartwatch and all these are like applications coming of the AI. Well, with this, let me start the session. And title of I'll be giving you session on AI use cases, and I'll be trying to make AI super and simple, easy. I'll be trying moreover not to use any jargons, and we'll be giving you real world examples. I don't know what type of crowd today we have, but I'll try my best to give you overview of the stuffs out there. Well, so we have question protocol. Feel free to ask any question. Any time is correct time. That's what I believe. And if you are mute, you can raise your hands and feel free to type in chat box here. Make this session as much as interactive. Okay. I mean, I have been just passed to your. I mean, I just completed before some year. I completed my bachelor's and I was like you only. So at that time of the sessions, guest lecture we used to take at our college एकदम इंटरेक्टिव होता था एंड हम लोग कोई कुछ भी कमेंट्स पास करने के सो फील फ्री टू पास योर ऑल कमेंट्स डाउट्स इन द चैट बॉक्स. I'm very thankful to Risil R. Chatrala sir and Pankaj Dhakate sir for giving me this opportunity to have a session to have a conversation with you guys. And this is AI Day. Today 19th August. Tesla Elon Musk already announced that this is going to be a AI week and this is AI day. Uh, and yeah, thanks to you all, Punekar, investing your Thursday afternoon into this session. Me and Pankaj sir was quite doubtful कि मतलब कितना how much people will be coming. But yeah, पुणे में अगर 2 से 4 के बीच में कुछ रहा तो लोग भले पॉलिटिशियन की सभा भी रही तो लोग जाते नहीं है. But would like to see a lot of people. You guys are attending this. Well, we have more than 30 people, so we will skip the social activity and I'll be introducing my some of initiatives that I'm doing nowadays. Well, this is my team at AI India Innovation Center. This is our private limited company, and last year we got the funding from some Silicon Valley investors, and we guys are building cool stuffs out here. And with that, if you want to follow our company or if you want to check it out, activities, what we guys are doing, I'm sharing Linktree with you in the chat box. You can check it out that. And the second activity which I am running, which I am doing nowadays is that I'm running Artificial Intelligence India community, which is one of largest AI community in and the links to that community already posted in the I posted in the chat box. Feel free to share, feel free to see, and yeah. So with this, let's start with the today's session. So why it matters? Why AI matters? In the future, AI is going to be everywhere. That stuff is there. That fact is there. But why it is getting that much attention, or you say it's getting that much hype after 2011? In the 2011, there were one conference, and in that conference, from that conference, the hype of AI increased, and some of the cool stuff started coming in the market, like face recognition, object detection, uh, voice recognition, converting your speech to like any format, like text or like. So a lot of these formats are coming. Deepfake, if you are aware of that, one of cool tool deepfake is coming came in the market, and that those sort of stuffs are creating hype around it. So today we will discuss about AI, machine learning, deep learning, and data science, and different branches of AI, history of AI, how things started, and would like to share some of the cool projects in AI. And I'll be giving you my AI path to master the. I'll be giving you my AI learning path if you want to master this subject. And also at the end of session, I'll be sharing what are the opportunities and tools available in the market. So guys, what do you think? What is artificial intelligence? As per you, what is AI? I mean, I know all of you are finally a third year crowd, but still asking you. You can type in chat box, or someone can just unmute him. Anyone? Or what are the applications of AI? How AI is changing the stuffs? I mean, I don't know. Uh, you guys can answer. Anyone would like to give a try? Human brain inside machine. Yeah, that's perfect. Good one, Malay. Malay shit. All right. So more or AI is about adding human capabilities into the machine, the power of machine to copy intelligent human behavior, right? So if you want to have a theoretical answer or more of academical answer or sort of definition, this is about what is AI. Okay. And if you want to understand this in the simple way, these are this one containing a lot of jargons, and if you want to understand it my way, well, this is what I feel AI is. So AI is more about adding our human intelligence into the machines, and we are trying to add our hearing capabilities, our seeing capabilities, our our brain into the machines. So if you see the computer field of computer vision, we're trying to add human eyes, human watching capabilities into the machine. We're trying to add cameras into the machines, but just having a cameras is not gonna make any sense. They are not gonna take any decisions. So upfront of that machine or that device, we're trying to add with the help of computer vision. We're trying to add some of the decision capabilities like detecting object, recognizing faces. That's more about face recognition, image, like if you're playing with images, lot many applications are there. And last year I built the computer vision with the power of computer vision. We built face mask identification solution. That is one of computer vision application. And if you see in terms of hearing capabilities, that's natural language understanding or natural language processing. If you say that's more about to understand the how the system can hear, how it can understand what humans are trying to say. All right, and our speaking capabilities are almost up to the there. I mean, some of the things are there, and day by day lots of new features are coming into the machine. I mean, already robots are there, and they are doing mind-blowing jobs. So if you see this vertical, so this graph of AI revolution, you will see uh, the artificial intelligence. This term was coined in back in 1950s, and yeah, it is there from 1950s. But the field came in the you can say in the light or in the boom in the 1980s. Machine learning started building. I mean, with the help of machine learning, lots of applications start building, and the machine learning changed some of the traditional ideologies. And in 1996, uh, his name is Kapua, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, he was the world's best chess player, and he lost in the front of machine, in the front of computer, and that was all more about the power of AI. And in 2012, the deep learnings drive AI boom. So, like sometimes it's quite confusing for the newbies to understand what is AI, machine learning, and deep learning. So altogether, AI is a program that can sense, reason, act, and adapt. Okay, and inside AI, one of the field called machine learning. So machine learning is a part of AI. AI has different applications, and inside machine learning, there is one cool stuff that's called deep learning. So which is a subset of machine learning, in which multi-layered neurons are connected together to make the some of the predictions and classifications. Guys, are you with me? uh, Guys, are you with me? Getting bored? Yes, sir. Okay, you are with me. All right. So here, if you are interested in the history of AI, here is the brief history. And this is the Dartmouth Conference in 1956. The great John MC Cathry organized 2 month workshop in Stanford, and with some of the co-organizers. Some of them were from the Bell Labs, HP, Intel, and all together. They started this field, and this field started making boom from the last 8 to 10 years. Well, so as you guys, I mean, understand, machine learning is part of AI. So let's start with basics of machine learning. Okay, in simple words, with some real world examples, I'll try to cover, and this let's deep dive into machine learning. All right. So machine learning is the part of AI, and that has major three stuffs. First important thing for the machine learning is that it required data. Like, okay, it required data, and that is the basic necessity of machine learning. It required data, it required features, and it required algorithms. If you combine data with appropriate selected features and apply some algorithm with the help on that data with the help of features, you will get something classified, either predicted. So we use machine learning for major two reasons. One is to classify the data, and second is to predict the events or predict the upcoming data. Make sense? Clear? So why do we use machine learning? What are the major two reasons? Can anyone type in chat box?
Sir, one is classification of data, and
Correct.
another one is predicting of events or predicting of any results.
Right, right, right. So, like to predict the data, to predict the upcoming data, and to classify data, we use power of machine learning. That is there. But how to deal with data and how to select the appropriate features? That's the question. You have a lot of algorithms there, but how to connect them interconnectedly? Well, if you search on Google, you will stumble upon two types of the articles. One will be like most of them will be having high एकदम हाई लेवल का मैथ्स और एकदम कुछ तो jargons यूज किए और कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है एकदम एकेडमिक टाइप ऑफ लैंग्वेज है. I mean, you will most of them you will left most of you will leave them in half only. मेरा भी यही केस था. मैंने भी बहुत सारा पढ़ने का ट्राई किया बट आई लेफ्ट मोस्ट ऑफ देम वेरी हाई लैंग्वेज कुछ समझ में नहीं आने का. And second type of article is like future jobs of the future. Why AI is great? Why AI is so cool? What is data scientist? What machine learning? How to get the job in machine learning? To find the jobs, these are the platforms and all. But that was not required there. So I thought I should make this one quite simple. Okay, all right. So the graded, if you are dealing with the data, you want to from the data you want to detect the spams, okay, or you want to find people who are doing spams out there. So like uh, like Google is using that AdSense, if you are log into email, you will see that picture, select all square with street sign and all that. So they guys are using, do you know why they guys are using that? वो आता है ना ऐसा मतलब if you are planning to log in somewhere, that stuff come in between, okay. They will ask you to select three images with all square, select three images with aeroplanes. You have any idea? Yes, feel free to share, guys. Feel free to answer. Ishan, Nikita, Umesh, guys, please be active. Captcha, yeah, Captcha. Why they guys are using it? Okay, so if you are talking about data, you will find two types of measure data. One is the balanced one, that required human to automated data generated by machines, collected by sensors, and arranged in form by machines only. And one is the like balanced data, which is balanced by using human intelligence. But here we have a tremendous amount of data. So to deal with such a data, it's quite hard. Some companies, smart companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon, they are just using our intelligence to annotate their data or to balance their data. So they sometimes use that reCAPTCHA, select street images, select these types of stuffs out there, and they are just taking that annotation task from us at no cost, at free cost. All right. So this one was about data, and so next thing is feature. Features are, I mean, you can call them as parameters or variables, and those could be like what things you want to select. So if you want to like we will take this in the more of like example form, but features are like the parameters or the stuff you want to use. And the third one is like algorithm is most obvious part. Any problem can be solved differently. The method you choose affects the precision, performance, and the size of the final model. If your data is crappy, like suppose you say you have selected world's best algorithm, but if your data is crappy, that algorithm cannot give you the best accuracy or good results. So to work one entity in the proper format, or agar if you want your model to be work very well, then you need all these things trade-offs. That's called more training. Okay. So let's take one classical machine learning problem. If you want to, like, say, predict something, okay, so we can use machine learning out there. Let me take this school example. Okay. Okay. अगर सपोज पकड़ लो एसबीआई हिंजेवाड़ी के ब्रांच मैनेजर आते हैं ट्रिपल आईटी हिंजेवाड़ी के एचओडी सर के पास या पंकज सर के पास, एंड दे आर सेइंग, सर, वी गॉट टू नो दैट your teacher in triple IT Hinjawadi, and we have some machine learning problem, and we need your people, your students, to work on our machine learning problem, and we want to solve this. The problem is that we are planning to give a loan, and we have capacity to give a loan to the just 10 applicants, but we have here almost like 100 plus applicants. एंड अगर हम लोग हर किसी का एप्लीकेशन ले, हर किसी का इंटरव्यू ले, तो इट विल टेक अराउंड 2 to 3 months to complete this procedure. But we want you to make some decisions to give us the best 10 people or say 15 people जिन लोगों को हम लोन दे सकते हैं. और ये आपके पास डेटा है उनका, ये उनका सब डेटा है इन एक्सेल शीट फॉर्मेट. ओके. और all the things are maintained there, all the records are given you to there. उसमें लिखा है like here you have bank balance of all those people like how much bank balance they have when they open the bank account in this branch, and all those details you have. Okay. So what you will do now, I want questions from, I want answers from you guys. What criteria you will apply? भाई 100 plus लोगों का डेटा है, और we want to see, किसको लोन दे सकते हैं. Any idea, any guess? You have tremendous amount of like data, and you want to find out of them किसको लोन दे सकते हैं. Just use your common sense, just use normal intelligence.
It's based on the credit score of that particular person or the debt on that particular person.
Yeah, perfect. पंकज साथ है क्या?
Yes.
Okay. Anyone would like to give a try?
सर किसी ऐसे को दे सकते हैं जो who will be able to repay it back. Simple.
Yeah, that's true. But how do we find it? Who will refund it? Chances किसके ज्यादा है, ये कैसे ढूंढेंगे? How will you find it?
तो डिपेंड करता है बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स पे. पहला, एज पंकज सर सेड, क्रेडिट स्कोर कैसा है, एंड सेकंड थिंग, व्हाट इज हिज और हर एज.
Yeah.
So it depends.
These two factors are there, and lot many factors are there. So I have one interesting read for you. You just go through this article. This article is by Harvard Business Reviews, and you will see how AI they guys are using to make a bank loans more fair. Okay. So here these people have discussed what are the cases, what are the things AI is taking into consideration while giving the bank loans. So you guys can have a look at that article, and let's start with some like our way how we can do it. Okay, the AI way is using it. Well, based on his credit history, if his credit history is bad, then it will check whether he whether he has a pledge. If no, then no loans. If yes, then guarantors. Yeah, he has some guarantors, then it will give the loan. If he has good credit history and he already has debt, then it will not give loan if he has more than debt of 1000 US dollar or whatever figure you have. And if he has already cleared debt, then it is ready to give the loan. It's by we are using here decision tree, and it's this method is widely used in all of the top banks in the world today. Okay, so let's start with the classical machine learning. As I said, data is the most important part here. If data is pre-categorized, like categories किए हैं, तो we go for the supervised learning. If data is not labeled and data is like crappy data you have, then we go for the unsupervised learning. And supervised learning is all about predict the category. Okay, so if you are predicting whether this like male or female, or you want to predict like some of the categories, then you will go for the classification. Say, take a simple example. You have to divide socks by color. Then this is going to be a classification problem. So we will go with classification machine learning algorithm, and we will try to fit the data inside that, and that's how we can do it. If you want to predict the number, okay, if you want to divide number of ties in the box by length, then you can go for the regression. Or you want to make predictions for stocks forecasting, then whether you want to work on weather data, you want to work in stock market, mostly you will go for the regression. Okay, well, if you came in the unsupervised learning, unsupervised learning has three main types. Well, if you want to have a data and you just want to divide data or split them into the same cluster, then you go for the clustering. And inside clustering, you will find bunch of algorithms, and depending on type of data you have, and reduction, which is more about make best outfit from the like if you want to choose a cloth which will be mostly fit on you or which look attractive on you, you can imagine, I mean, what type of criteria or what type of parameters you will be taking in the consideration. So that goes about dimension reduction. And the third type, if you want to identify something by sequence, then you go with association algorithms. So this is the complete roadmap of machine learning. Okay, this is one of important picture. I'll recommend you to take the screenshot of this picture or save it somewhere. So as you guys can see, machine learning has different types of types, and it has measured two types. Like the one goes for the classical learning, and the second goes in the neural nets and deep learning. And if you see the third and fourth types, they are there, but things are still getting developed. Third one is reinforcement learning, and fourth one is Ansible method. So altogether, this is the list of machine learning algorithms available today and deep learning algorithms. So if you see in the neural nets and deep learning, at the bottom you will find CNN, RNN, GANs, autoencoders, and perceptrons. These are the like classical type of machine learnings, and this is how stuffs work out there. Any doubts? Things are clear to you guys? Guys, can you hear me? Are you there? Are you with me? Yes, okay. So if you take a simple problem of say classification, okay, you just have to separate the foods by their types. whether these are apples or these are bananas or whatever types you have, you can just simply use a classification problem. Okay, so you will find a bunch of application of classification problems out there. The second one is more about regression. So regression is also having different types of applications, and it has its own advantages as well. So yeah, so like if you see for the classification, like you will see some of the applications where classification is used. I think sharing uh, that will be more beneficial to you guys. So do you know spam filters used in Gmail? That is the application of classification. Language detection, which is used in Google. Could translate, if you want to translate something, or you just search something Spanish to English, English to Russian. Sentiment analysis, you like if you have heard of this, there are some of the projects are like there are some of the use cases. They guys use sentiment analysis for Twitter trend analysis, and where they use sentiment analysis. If you want to recognize handwritten characters, or say OCR, there these all are use cases of classification. And even, yeah, fraud detection is also use case of classification. Well, the next one is regression. Okay, so if you draw a line through these dots, yep, that's the machine learning. Okay, so regression is all about predicting the numbers. If you have, and if you want to predict something, if you want to predict what is going to happen in the future, probably you will be using regression. So same say you want to predict what are the stock prices are going to be there in the Mumbai stock market, based on the historical data which is available, or any, like is there any chances of having a scam like 1992 Harshad Mehta? At that time, you guys can use regression. Okay, so regression has moreover it has advantages in banking and finance industry. You can, any field which is dealing with numbers, they are using regression mostly. So if you are solving typical demand and sales volume analysis, or say demand and supply chain problem, you have to use regression algorithms. Medical diagnosis, nowadays in medical diagnosis, most of time regression is used, and like algorithms which are used for to solve these are like polynomial regression, linear regression, and a bunch of many are there. Okay, all right. So if you want to know the more applications of regression, just remember one thing: any number or any type of time correlation problem, time series problem you have, simply choose regression. Well, we have one more algorithm from this I think it's from classification. And if you want to separate like types of drinks or types of stuffs out there, you can simply use support vector machine. You guys can search about this on Google while session is going on. You will find one of the most useful machine learning algorithm, and it is mostly widely used in the field today. Clustering is like you just separate same stuffs out there, and you can see from this diagram how clustering works. Okay, well, as I said, regression, you can see it can predict traffic jams. Okay, so based on the available data of the signals of the Pune city, you can predict when is going to be the next traffic jam. Okay, and this is going to be very cool stuffs out there. You can try. You will find a lot of data online out there, and just only thing you have to follow that. You just have to find a balanced data set and apply some appropriate algorithm, and you will be having fun at this journey. And I'll recommend you to try some cool projects in the uh, in this field. And you don't have to do much. You just have to have a one system, and you just have to install Jupyter Notebook or say any Python environment, machine learning environment, and you can start downloading repos from the GitHub and download them. You can try to understand what is written, why they are using this function, why they are using this algorithm, and based on that, you will learn a lot of things. Okay, so one more mostly used type in the machine learning, which is called ensemble learning. And in ensemble learning, you attach different types of algorithms, and this is like you have some data sets, you apply decision trees, and you you have a new set of data, and you apply once again like same algorithm, but you get another tree, then you apply some different algorithms, and you can apply bunch of algorithms to the same problem by just creating chain of them, and you can keep repeating until you get a good accuracy. That's more about a simple learning. And here is this one about altogether about boosting. Okay, well, so it was more about the machine learning algorithms journey, and hope it was not bored. I tried my best to make it simple for you guys. Was it simple or was it hard one? I mean, you can type your response in the chat box. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask, guys. Well, no doubts. Okay, we'll move forward. Well, this is about computer chess game, which I mentioned earlier. That this one was the scenario of that game. Well, these are some of the companies which are using AI, which are using computer vision, machine learning, data science to drive their day-to-day operations. And the companies are innovating around their products. They are adding features around their product with the help of these solutions. So, like if you are misguiding or if you are confusing between yourself from the AI versus robot, here's the comparison for you guys. Okay, the simple comparison. And I saw somewhere article that humans are in danger, and AI is gonna take over everything, and AI is gonna replace human. Well, all those are like stupid articles, and I don't think so that anything can happen. Okay, because AI is fully controlled by humans. AI cannot surpass human, okay, at any cost. Yeah, definitely it can take some decisions, but yeah, all those decisions should be programmed, and those should be trained to that model. Until and unless it's programmed like that, it cannot harm human. Well, these are some of the examples of AI. I mean, in which field AI has been used. And if you see the Clever bot, which is one of one of most intelligent bot available today in the market, and well, most of the some of the products like Amazon Alexa are built together around such bots. And yeah, AI already started coming in the market, and it already started taking control of small activities. But this is about to come. Okay, this is about to come, and autonomous car are very soon are gonna come. I mean, even Google and Tesla, they guys are testing about autonomous car. And if autonomous car are gonna come on Indian roads, I mean, things are gonna completely change. And yeah, everyone is quite excited to drive the autonomous cars. well, we are not going to drive them. Machines are going to drive us, drive the cars, and we are just going to take the fun of it. Well, third, if you see the different drones and their applications, the satellites or you say drones, they are taking pictures from the they are taking simply taking pictures from the height, and they are just sending a bunch of data, a lot of images, videos to the R server or cloud, and after getting that data, you have to do a lot of video analytics, image recognition, face recognition, a lot of bunch of algorithms are applied to understand what is happening there in the real time. And it's very hard. I mean, अगर कोई बंदा बैठेगा और देखेगा क्या हो रहा है, it's very hard to control all those stuffs. But yeah, machines are doing it. And fourth one is IBM Watson. You can Google it. I mean, and most of you might be aware of this. One of cool stuffs built around deep learning. Have you seen this movie? Surprising 2016 Hollywood movie. किसी ने देखा है? मंगेश ने देखा है क्या? Okay, you are saying yes, you are with me. Well, anyone has किसी ने देखा है क्या ये movie? No? Okay. I'll recommend you to see this movie. Maybe torrent पे हो सकता है. Okay. And the dialogues of these movies are written by AI. Okay. One NLP, I mean, the guys have developed one NLP model, and that itself written the dialogues of this movie. Okay. Well, the race for AI. All the like FANG, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, Google, Amazon, IBM, Baidu. All those are companies are competing with each other to win the race of AI, to win the game of AI, because the one who wins the game, he's gonna stay there for the market for the next 20 to 25 years. And all of us know the example of Nokia. If you don't upgrade or if you don't change yourself, you can just get out of the market. And lot many examples are there. Well, this one I think I already covered it, but slide just came, so you guys can see. Okay. Well, a lot of big data infrastructure is coming from 2011. Cheap and very massive data processing is happening, and AI. Guys, AI, it's data for the breakfast. So you require a massive amount of data to apply ML, NLPs, computer vision, deep learning together to predict anything or classify anything. Well, we have Watson and Siri is there, and the guys created some hype around AI products and all. And yeah, lots of startups are coming with use case of AI. And these are like opportunities where you can fit yourself in the in this market space. Well, this one is once again comparison what machine learning can do or it cannot do. Okay. Well, machine learning can identify the faces of humans, so you can use it for face recognition or photo tagging. It can be used in loan applications to approve the loans, and you can see how the list is going on, and some of the good applications of machine learning and deep learning altogether. Well, if you have seen this, let me start with some of the cool applications of AI. As I said, I'll be covering some of the applications of AI, and we'll be sharing some of the tools, so you guys can use those tools in your real life, okay, day-to-day life. Well, Deep Nostalgia can turn old photos into moving videos using deep learning, and you can try with this link. Okay, I don't know, आप में से बहुत लोगों ने देखा भी होगा, ट्राई भी किया होगा, ये यूज भी किया होगा tool आया था before around 6 months or something like that. Have you used this? Use किया किसी ने? No? Well, okay, I have used this tool and I recorded this video with the help of that tool. Okay, let me share that video with you guys. Okay, so I was just having one picture of Swami Vivekananda, and you see, I just uploaded that one picture into their website, and seeing Swami Vivekananda is moving. You can see it? Yes, no?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Look, Lokmanya Tilak. Kasturba Gandhi. Last but not least, well, so these are applications of using deep nostalgia. I'm sharing the link of this app with you. You can try, okay, and share those all pic with me. Feel free to tag it on my Twitter profile. You can share it on Facebook as well. And on LinkedIn as well. Feel free to share. You can create pics of your idols and see. You can see them in real time. On someone, I think someone before some days I just got one video. Someone just created the video of the great Shivaji Maharaj, and it was it was really fun to. It was really my pleasure to see. How things were happening. एकदम ऐसा like अंगावर शहारे आले थे पाहून, I can say. All right. So this is about vision, okay. And I have something next to share with you guys. Well, have you used this cool application? Like this can create any track. This is like AI based music. You can create any type of music just by using AI. Okay, so this is by Ava Technologies, and you can see their videos. So this track is composed by AI. This track is composed by this startup, and they guys built this by using natural language processing, deep learning, and lot many power of AI. Okay, sound cool? Interesting? Well, are you guys there? Oh, no response. All right. Yes. Oh, thanks, Akshay. Well, okay. Well, this looks good. All right. I have one more tool to share with you guys. You guys can just convert your any black and white picture into the colored one. Okay. This tool called doldify.ai, and they guys are colorizing and restoring photos and video, bringing color back. Okay, bringing them into the color version, and You can check their website. Okay, I just opened their website for you, and you can see what type of product they built. You see? Can you see this picture?
Yes.
They are having their own site. So if you want to see for you guys, this is black and white image, and just apply the only file to them on my heritage site. You will get the colored one. I'm sharing link of that tool with you. You can use it. See, so this is the power of computer vision. All right, so I think we are here now. Okay, so I already covered applications of AI, and we are at the end of this session. And yeah, thankful to all. Feel free to share your doubts, guys. Ask them in chat box. I'm ready to answer them one by one. Or you can just unmute yourself for the while.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Neeraj. Actually, students are also waiting for opportunity to work as to take as an internship or some project work opportunities.
Okay, okay, all right. So, oh, my bad. I missed that slide. If I'm not wrong. Well, guys, the motto of taking this session, I was having two motto. One was to have a bright minds from the different engineering colleges who can work with us, and the second motto was to celebrate the AI Day, the AI week, and by considering those two motto, I just take this session. So, if you guys are willing to work with us, please give your project ideas or whatever topics you have to the Pankaj sir. That's the one thing. And second thing is that we have very super AI hardware kits. That kit called NVIDIA Jetson Nano. Okay, and we are trying to build different types of products and project around that NVIDIA Jetson Nano. And we're looking for from your college at least one or two group to join us. If you can guys perform well, then of course we are willing to pay you stipend, and yeah, we need to train you and all that. The company will bear all the charges, and in case something's come advance in that case, that can be seen in the future. But yeah, this is the offer. We are looking for interns or looking for the people who will be working at our company on our live projects, and you can present that project at your college. That's the deal. Make sense, Pankaj sir?
Yes, yes, yes. So, student, I'm happy to share with that the Neeraj is working with so many great industry. Like he's working with CUP. He's working in incubation center of CUP. Also, he has some foreign project, and also he started AI India company. So he has a great project, and that you have the opportunity to work with him, and there are so many possibilities. Like he has some, his industry has some project, so you can work with work on those projects and use it for your final year project. So whatever the guidelines and support is provided by the Neeraj sir. Again, if you work if you perform in a well manner, you will get uh, what we say experience later, right? And the funding for your project, everything. So that is a great opportunity. Okay, so if you have any query, you can ask to the Neeraj.
अभी तक मैंने ये जो सब बताया, that was more on the software part, correct? I mean, and the combo of some hardware. But you know, guys, in our country, scenarios of the like electronics field or scenarios in terms of embedded systems and all are not up to the mark. Okay, And what I feel, we have huge opportunities to prove ourselves, to have our skills. And you see, ENTC engineers are always high in demand in foreign countries. मैं अभी कुछ दिनों पहले एक ऑस्ट्रेलिया का मीटअप वो कर रहा था, मतलब अटेम्प्ट कर रहा था. तो it was about embedded systems and all, and at the end of the day they were having a hiring session, okay, and three people were searching for the job there. And I mean, ad jobs, like they posted around 8 jobs looking for the job, and different that is in countries. But today what is happening is not is not is not how to. So if you take it, or if you think we are doing, I'm more than happy to take you in the team, and I can make sure that we'll be working on some cutting edge hardware. Okay, we'll be working on NVIDIA Jetson Nano. We'll be working on OpenCV AI kit. We'll be working on Intel OpenVINO kit. We'll be having very high hardware. And feel free to connect me on email, or just give your names to the person. Am I doing something wrong? Can you hear me?
Your voice is breaking in between.
Okay.
Yes, students. So if you have any query, you can write it in the chat box, or you can directly unmute your mic and ask the question.
So sorry, I just left the call. Network issue on my side. Can you hear me, Pankaj sir?
Yes, Neeraj.
Okay, okay. So this is what we are offering you guys. Let me know what is your thought on this.
Yeah,
All right.
Isha, you have any question?
All right. So looks good. I mean, no one has a question. So anyone like to say something? I think Akshay was trying to say something. I don't know. Well, Pankaj sir?
Yes, Neeraj.
Yeah. I'll be waiting for your response. Or, I mean, whoever, or I mean, whatever opportunities people are looking for. I mean, we are. I mean, welcoming them to work with us, and definitely we'll be having one round of interview before before giving them offer to work with us. Okay.
Yes, right, Neeraj. Okay,
Yeah.
so student, those are interested to work with this industry, they can contact me. Uh, so I will tell you how to approach him. Okay, and of course there are some interview sessions, and after that your project, or if you are ready to work with him, that is also welcome. So based on that, based on your technical knowledge, and especially you must be dedicated to work there, because I know about the Neeraj. Neeraj is very dedicated person and is ready to take the effort, and I know he is ready to guide you for every matter. So it's a great opportunity. You will have a immense person there, and they are going to train you. So that is a good one. So if you want to approach him, you can contact me. It's okay, Neeraj?
Yeah, thank you so much. And last thing I missed was to guide them how to start with machine learning or complete path for machine learning mastery. So I just sent a doc file in the group. Okay, you can check it out that file. At the end of that file, you will find all your questions which newbies face to to get started with machine learning. I have shared everything with you. You guys have a, I think, bunch of resources to get started with the field now. Okay, can you see this complete path for machine learning mastery and all the effic. Hello, hello.
Yes.
So much, Pankaj sir, for giving me this opportunity.
Yes, yes. Okay, any student, I welcome anyone to conclude this session. Ishan, Vishnu.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Yeah. So please conclude this session.
Okay. Thank you, Neeraj, sir, for having you here. It was a great pleasure talking with you. And since everyone was here and talking about the latest trends which you gave your guidance upon, we would surely be connecting with you about the internship and another future guidance which you'll be giving us. I would like to also thank Mohan sir, Pankaj sir, and our HOD sir. And thank you very much. Thank you once again, Neeraj sir, for from the behalf of entire ENTC department. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Neeraj, for giving your time.
Yeah, yes, a pleasure is mine. You given us this opportunity to interact with your students. Thank you so much for that one as well. All right, have a good time. Okay,
Thank
I'll
you.
see you later. I'll see you.